Hello. Today we're going to look at chart practice. So this is a file which I've provided for you. This is just a picture of what the chart should look like when you are finished. And so the exercise is creating this chart. You could create this chart in Excel pretty easily, and Word is pretty cross-program friendly. You could paste it in here from Excel, but that's not what I'm asking you to do. We are creating a chart in Word, which is kind of a weird process. It's definitely not very difficult. It's just kind of strange, particularly the first time you see it. Those of you that complete this exercise and watch this video, I'm sure probably won't have a whole lot of questions about it. But those that don't do this exercise, probably in for a rough surprise. Alright, anyways, so let's create that chart. So if you want to create that chart in Word, it's under the Insert tab, which is pretty predictable, and there's a big button for Chart. Now this actually looks just like it looked in Excel. That was a pie chart, and it was a 3D pie chart. I click OK, and here's, at this point it's just like Excel, really, but here's where it gets a little strange. Anytime you insert a chart in a Word document, you always get this just random garbage data, this first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and it's your job. And so really the interesting part of this assignment, by far, is you just have to go and fill in those values. So it's not first quarter. Mine said something like pizza, and then it said something like tacos, and you can see the legend taking shape. So if you're not sure what you're doing, it's getting updated in real time. So that's why I say, once you've done this once, it's usually enough. A lot of things I can't say that about, but with this, I can. Chicken nuggets, and then these are just some strange garbage values, always. So 33, 11, 10, 14, 28. I have a printed out version of the chart that I'm trying to create next to me, and so that's how I'm doing it so quick. Now that's weird, right? Like, my chart now looks the way it's supposed to look in terms of the data. And remember, in Excel, that idea of getting the correct data on your chart is the most important part. Let's talk for a second about what you're seeing. That's kind of strange, right? This weird, like, split Excel, Word. And that's just how it is. This is the title, so you can leverage that to say number of students. Additionally, you can just manually change the title as well, so you don't have to do that. The expectation is that you close this, and it's just kind of gone. But it's not uncommon to make a mistake or a typo, and you're like, oh, how do I fix that? Well, if you right-click on your chart, you can go Edit Data, and then it pops open that little weird place where you were at before. So you close it, it goes away, but it's not actually gone. And so that's the chart. I mean, that's the important part of it, but there was some formatting. So one of the things was our legend was on the right. So you format this just like you would format it in Excel. That's why it's kind of cool, because you're getting a little more practice with Excel. So I'll do it this way. I go legend, and sure enough, one of the options is right. There we go. Another was the data labels. So this thing's supposed to have data labels on it, so check that box, and that pretty much is what I was looking for. And that is all the elements of the chart. Now my finished chart is a little more fancy than that, so let's talk formatting for a minute. These data labels are really small relative to the chart, so I'm going to make them bigger. My favorite way so you are welcome to format things through here, but I am not a fan of this. Everything's kind of buried and hard to get to, so if I want to format a part of my chart, I use this Format tab up here, and I head over here to the current selection, and I grab my pieces like that. So there's my data labels. You notice they already were selected. Then once I've got them selected, I just format them off the Home tab, just grow them. There we go. Similarly, let's say I want to format the title of my chart. Nothing stopping me from just clicking on it and selecting it, but I like this little group right here, so chart title, because sometimes it's hard to select what you want. And then, I believe it was purple. I think it was purple. I think that's what it was. Not that important, but the idea that you know how to format it is the more larger idea. And then my chart had a background color on it, so again, I'm going to go to Chart Tools. I'm going to click on Chart Area. You keep saying they're already selected. That's because my instincts are making me do that. And Shape Fill. Let's do something like that. And there's the chart. Right? So we did some of that basic formatting, which was the exact same as it was in Excel. But creating the chart, that weird little place where you have to go to and edit the data, it's a pretty strange little window to look at. But once you've seen it, once you understand how it works, it shouldn't give you too much trouble. It's just strange the first time you've seen it, and now you have.